Welcome to the International eSports Show, where we are wearing Russian to avoid us ending up like, this. In this show we've got the first signed North American team, Dead Angel leaves Unity, Pro's opinion on the 8.5 update, a pro tip from Arclit from Synergy. And in league and tournament news we cover the GeForce National Championship, all the Wargaming.net leagues, what's been happening in Go for What, and the Alienware Arena European Challenge. Team Fusion from North America becomes MOP 4. Fusion, a collection of players from Forge and Guerrillas, recently gained sponsorship with an upcoming esports team, White Raven Gaming. With sponsorship often comes a name change. However, Fusion chose to take the name of their community, MOP 4, instead of their sponsor. But how to celebrate the occasion? By winning the North American tournament, the Battle for Berlin. As the first signed North American team, all eyes are upon you, MOP 4, for continued success. Dead Angel leaves Unity for Starladder. Unity has had a rough start to the Russian WGL, securing only 3 wins. Dead Angel was fielded in his IS-3 against GRATM in Unity's devastating 0-5 loss. But he saw success from above, commanding a Bison in their 3-1 victory against League of Liberty. However, that's all the games he's seen, and that must have contributed to this move to Starladder, where he's going to help cast the WGL matches. Regardless, Unity won't be affected much by this change, since Dead Angel has only featured in a quarter of their rounds, netting a final WGL profile of 3 victories and 1 draw out of 10 battles total. We wish him all the best in this career change. With the release of the 8.5 update, we asked the pros for their opinions on how this affects the scene.
The main thing is the change in the HE shells. I think that would come into play a lot with regard to caps. Some of those cap fast strategies be in danger.
The new Tier 7 Panther. We're trying to use it as improved VK28 because it basically has the same gun, same speeds, but it weighs about 10 tons more. So if you ram an AMX, you get like 500 damage by simply ramming it.
The Indian Panther, it feels kind of like a lightly armored, taller Pershing. I mean, right now the Pershing really isn't using the Pro Series.
New Tier 8, I don't think it's suitable for esports matches, as it doesn't have enough speed and firepower and not even enough armor. It's not a special tank. It's not a bad tank for random games and stuff, but not so good for 7-on-7.
In today's pro tip, we have advice from Synergy's Arclit on the IS-3.
Greetings, I'm Arclit and a member of Synergy. I'm here to teach you how to use the IS-3 in the 742 format. The main feature that sets this tank apart from the rest of its class is its weapon, that deals 390 points of damage and has great average penetration. Its drawbacks are its poor accuracy and long loading times. The armor of the IS-3 is not especially strong, but thanks to its slope angle, you're likely to get a ricochet. This tank also has spaced armor that partially covers its front and rear. 220mm of armor on its turret, along with a great sloped angle, makes penetration almost impossible. The IS-3 also has some great acceleration characteristics for a heavy tank, so complements the French AMX 5100 very well. Thanks to these features, the IS-3 is both great in positional battles around corners and for breaking through an enemy's flank. The IS-3 is effective in tandem with any group of tanks. You can even leave this tank to defend the line, and it's fast enough to get away from danger if necessary. The turret of the IS-3 is located near the front of its body, so if you want to successfully bounce enemy shells, you should turn your rear to the wall. You should only peer out from behind cover at a diminished angle, somewhere around 20 degrees. Basically, you want to elevate your gun to the optimal angle of being able to look out from behind cover. But because you'll be at such a sharp angle, they'll see only part of the spaced armor, and thus the chances for damage would be minimal. Just make sure to shoot at an enemy when you're at point-blank range or when your aiming reticule is full. If you try firing on the move, make sure you won't need another shot for the next 11 seconds. Why don't you try your luck? When in a trench battle using small openings, the IS-3 almost feels like a T-32. There's only one weak spot on the frontal part of its turret, near the top, but it's quite hard to hit it. During a long firefight, in which tanks can only see each other's turrets, the 123mm high explosive shells are crucial, as they do more damage than HE shells from a T-32. For example, the IS-3 is useful at the second floor window on Himmelsdorf Square, whereas on Ensk it could allow you to gain a foothold on the B4 and D4 lines. Let's talk about tactics for a pair of specific maps. The best position for the IS-3 on Himmelsdorf is the 7th line, thanks to the mound that can provide cover. One of the most popular directions of attack on this map is along the 2nd and 3rd lines. When the IS-3 is grouped with the AMX 5100, it can rush into the enemy base. It is hard to penetrate the IS-3 from long range, so you can drive through the platform along the 5th and 6th line on Ensk. You could also use a binocular telescope and scout for your allies. From this position, you can easily get to the city and either base. The majority of city battles happen in courtyards, where the IS-3 can help flank an enemy with an AMX 5100. Feel free to drive between enemy tanks. The enemy will be disoriented, and then he will not have any chance to survive. This was Arclit, and I wish you good luck on the battlefield.
The GeForce National Championship concluded in the Philippines. The tournament had 5 regional qualifiers whose victors were transported to the finals to compete for the 50,000 pesos grand prize. After some fantastic battles, Blue Jab took 3rd and claimed 10,000 pesos. Mudhouse just fell short and got 2nd place worth 20,000. But in 1st place, taking the crown, were PvP becoming the Philippines national champions and getting 50,000 pesos for their trouble. The Korean Wargaming.net League starts on May the 4th, and I'm sure you can't wait to see what the esports capital country will provide to the World of Tanks pro scene. The legendary casting duo Tasosis, Dan Artosis Stemkowski and Nick Tasteless Plot will be hosting the Korean WGL, so there's never been a better reason to tune in to some World of Tanks action. This will be hosted by GomTV alongside their Asian WGL, so head over to gomtv.net for more details. The European WGL is going strong with the top 2 teams, Virtus Pro and Synergy, duking it out recently with what could be the deciding match of the league. The Russian WGL sees a big divide between the top 2 teams, Rush and Graf, from the rest of the league by a clear 5 points. The mid-table is looking fierce with a lot of teams within a few points of each other. However, with 7 rounds still to play, anything could happen. Note that the Russian WGL is taking its mid-season break and will recommence on the 6th of May. Over in the Asian WGL tournament, the best of 8 round has begun. Many great games of increasing skill are still to be streamed, so be sure not to miss them. With the monthly finals coming up, we thought we'd give you an update of what's been happening in Go For What. Go For What 106 ended up looking much like the European WGL, with Virtus Pro and Synergy making it to the finals, and much akin to their match there, Virtus Pro took it. Evil Panda Squad made it to 3rd place in 106, but the following week in 107, they managed to bring down the mighty Virtus Pro to take the set, leaving the Huns underdogs in 3rd. However, Virtus Pro wouldn't take that lion down and came back stronger the following week and grabbed 108 away from both GRA teams. 109 gave us a match we'd all hoped for, as the Russian WGL's top dog Rush challenged the European WGL's dominating force, Virtus Pro. After taking the match to 1 apiece, Rush lived up to their namesake and charged across live oaks to secure the win, whilst GRA defeated the Evil Panda Squad for 3rd place. Registration is open for the Alienware Arena World of Tanks Challenge. Matches will be played on the weekend of the 11th and 12th of May with a prize pool total of $1,500 for North America and €1,750 for Europe. However, registration closes on the 8th of May, so get your skates on and sign up now by going to www.alienwarearena.com. Click on the World of Tanks logo, then competitions, and you'll find it there. That's all for today. Next episode won't be for 4 weeks due to holidays, but we'll see you then.